The porch light flickers as I fumble with my keys, another bulb dying. I've been back a week and still, the house smells like her rosewater and damp plaster. The kind of scent that clings. The first night I slept on the couch. Too much of her lingered in the bedroom, her lavender sachets still tucked in drawers, her chipped World's Best Grandma mug by the sink. I keep moving it to the cabinet, it keeps reappearing. At 2 a.m. the fridge motor cuts out and I hear it, a soft, wet click from the basement, like a tongue peeling off the roof of a mouth. I tell myself it's the pipes. Her rocking chair creaks sometimes when I pass, though it's been still for years. I caught myself talking to it yesterday. "Stop that!" As if she'd laugh, raspy and low. 3 dead moths on the windowsill, wings crisp as ash. The kitchen faucet drips no matter how tight I twist it. I wake to puddles, faintly metallic. The neighbors say they've seen lights on upstairs. I don't mention the lamps dimming when I enter a room, or how the thermostat reads 67 degrees, but my breath still mists. I'm staring at the basement door. It's open a crack. Cold seeps through the gap, carrying burnt sugar and wet soil. My fingers brush the knob. Something scrapes downstairs. Deliberate. Hungry. I let go. The door swings shut. The silence after the slam rings louder than the scrape. Blood hums in my ears. I press my palm to the door, cold blisters through the wood. "It's the draft," I whisper, but the words curdle. The mug sits on the counter again. "No! Not the same one!" The chip's bigger now, a crescent missing from the rim. My reflection splinters in the glaze. Water drips from the faucet. Plink, plink, plink. Each drop trembles the puddle, distorting the overhead light, but when I lean closer, the surface isn't water. Coppery. Thick. A muffled creak answers from the hallway. The rocking chair, rhythm steady this time. Back, forth, back, forth. Dust curls under the fridge, and there, beside the vent, a trail of granules, dark brown, wet. I touch one, it dissolves between my fingers, sticky sweet. Soil. Upstairs, a drawer slams, then another, her room, her things, glass bottles clinking, dresser wheels screeching. But the footsteps, heavy, uneven, are all wrong. A shadow drips down the staircase. The hall clock chimes. 3 hollow bongs. Too early for 3? The temperature plummets. Frost blooms across the mug. "Found you," someone rasps. My breath mists in a laugh that isn't mine. The laugh ripples through my ribs like a second heartbeat. My fingers twitch toward the mug. No, my arm moves, tendons taut as puppet strings. Bones grind in their sockets. The ceramic shatters against the wall, but the sound arrives late, syrup thick. Ceiling cracks branch like veins, not spreading, always there. Patterns coil beneath the peeling paint faces with too many eyelids. They track me as I stagger backward, soles sticking to the floor. A scent blooms, rotted lilacs, the ones we buried under her bedroom window last spring. The hallway yawns longer, walls exhaling damp breath. The rocking chair slows, stops. Seat cushion indented, fabric still settling. My phone buzzes in my pocket. Vibrations sync with the dripping faucet. Plink buzz, plink buzz. The screen glows, a notification from my own number. Look up. Frost creeps across the ceiling, stiff neck, muscles seize, the air molasses thick as I tilt my head. She hangs there, palms flat against the plaster, spine fused to the ceiling, hair dangling in clumps. Her mouth splits, a wet crackle, and out pours my voice. "We've been watering the garden, haven't we?" Footsteps thud above us, above her. The same arrhythmic gait. Something warm trickles from my nostrils. I taste salt and iron, copper and soil. The light bulb bursts. Darkness swallows her smile first. The dark hums. A low electrical purr against my eardrums alive. My breath comes in rasps, too loud, like my lungs are the only sound left in the world. But then, shuffling, upstairs. Those footsteps again, dragging but closer now. My tongue probes the blood on my lip. Metallic, but underneath sweetness. Petal rot. The garden's under my skin now, blooming in my capillaries. I feel it, the way roots must feel the dark. The floorboards creak, not under me. Behind, the rocking chair, movement. I spin, heel catching on something slick moss. It carpets the floor now, spongy and wet. My balance falters. Fingernails scrape wood as I brace against the wall. A thud from above. Dust rains down, glittering though there's no light. I smell it before I feel it, damp soil, fresh turned. A clump hits my shoulder, cool, heavy. Burial dirt. The phone vibrates again. Screen light seeps through my jeans, a sickly green. I don't want to look, but my hand moves. Slowly, as if the bones have forgotten their shape. Feel her in your throat? I gag. The tang of wet earth floods my mouth. I'm coughing, choking, but what heaves out isn't blood. It's blackened petals, velvety and torn. Down the hall, the front door groans open. Moonlight carves a jagged path through the moss. The rot. Out there, the garden waits. Shapes sway where the lilacs should be. Too tall. Too still. The ceiling creaks. She's crawling. And now, under the dirt in my mouth, I taste her smile. The walls breathe. A wet, organic expansion like the house is pressing inward with each of my heartbeats. My teeth ache, roots threading between molars. When I press a hand to my jaw, bark splits my fingertips. Moonlight through the door taunts. Outside, the lilacs aren't lilacs anymore. Twisted stalks, jointed like vertebrae, bow toward the threshold. Their leaves shiver, beckoning. The ceiling groans. Plaster cracks in a spiderweb above me. Dark clots fall, clods of earth, wriggling. Centipedes, beetles. They skitter into the moss, which parts ripple, hungry. My legs don't budge. Vines coil around my ankles, delicate as capillaries. They pulse. Feeding. The phone lights up in my pocket. A voice, not a voice. The vibration becomes a whisper, seeping into my hip bone. You let her in when you cried at her funeral, remember? All that salt water, she took root. Something drops from above, soft, a clump of hair, gray and matted, clotted with myrtle, Mom's hair. The smell of her hospice room lilies and decay floods my nostrils. The vines climb higher. Thorns pierce my kneecaps. Above, the crawlspace splinters. A hand thrusts through, skeletal, twined with ivy. Soil cascades. Bones click, rearranging. A face emerges, petals blooming where skin should split. Darling, it says with Mom's crumbling mouth. The lilies in my lungs unfurl. I open my mouth to scream. They pour out.